Everything is bigger in Texas, and that's not just a saying, it's a fact. This state is a powerhouse driven by oil, technology, aerospace, agriculture, and a deeply rooted work ethic that Texans are famous for, stretching across over 268,000 square miles. Texas is the second largest state in the U.S. It's home to more than 30 million people, making it the second most populated state after California. But in terms of energy, pride, and presence, Texas often feels like it's in a league of its own. If Texas were an independent country, its economy would rank among the top 10 in the world, larger than the GDP of countries like Australia or Mexico. Texans don't just go big, they go bold. From the size of their land to the scale of their dreams, everything here is infused with confidence and character. In West Texas, there's a military base so massive, it could be its own city. In the Dallas area, there's an airport that covers more land than Manhattan and has its own ZIP code. And that's only scratching the surface. Texas isn't just a place, it's an experience. It's where traditions run deep, where innovation meets independence, and where stories don't just get told, they get lived out loud. So buckle up, because today we're diving into mind-blowing facts about the Lone Star State. Some will surprise you, others will challenge what you thought you knew, and a few might just shock you to your core. But before we start, here's a little question to entertain you. Which world-famous cocktail was invented in Texas? A. Mojito. B. Margarita. C. Cosmopolitan. D. Piña Colada. Share your opinion in the comments, and patiently watch this video till the end to find out the truth. Number 20. Fort Bliss. Everything is bigger in Texas, and Fort Bliss is no exception. Located in the vast Chihuahuan desert near El Paso, this massive installation is one of the largest and most strategically important military bases in the United States. Spanning more than 1,700 square miles, Fort Bliss is actually larger than the entire state of Rhode Island. But Fort Bliss isn't just big, it's vital. It plays a central role in national defense and international readiness. As the proud home of the U.S. Army's 1st Armored Division, also known as Old Ironsides, it serves as a hub for training and deployment of some of the Army's most combat-ready forces. These troops are highly mobile and capable of responding to global threats with speed and precision. The base's story began in 1848, shortly after the end of the Mexican-American War. Its original purpose was to secure the western frontier and support military operations in the newly acquired territories. Over time, its role expanded significantly. During World War II, Fort Bliss became a key site for anti-aircraft training, and later, it was central to missile development during the Cold War. Its modern growth accelerated in the 2000s, when the Army moved major air defense and armored units here under the Base Realignment and Closure Program. This decision transformed Fort Bliss into a premier center for large-scale maneuvers, missile defense, and live-fire combat simulation. Texas was a natural choice for such a base. The vast, open terrain surrounding El Paso is ideal for armored vehicle exercises, artillery ranges, and air operations. The consistent weather allows year-round training, and the strong military tradition of Texas, where patriotism runs deep, ensures unwavering local support. Fort Bliss is also home to the U.S. Army's Air Defense Artillery School. This is where cutting-edge systems like Patriot missiles and THAAD are developed and tested. These systems are crucial to U.S. and Allied missile defense, and Fort Bliss plays a frontline role in their operation and advancement. The base is not just a military post, it's a functioning city. Over 130,000 people are connected to Fort Bliss, including soldiers, families, civilian employees, contractors, and retirees. It features schools, hospitals, retail centers, chapels, parks, and even museums. Life here blends the rigor of military readiness with the rhythm of community living. Units stationed at Fort Bliss have served with distinction across the globe. The 1st Armored Division has seen action in Europe, the Middle East, and Africa, often leading high-risk missions and peacekeeping operations. Their professionalism and effectiveness are rooted in the tough, realistic training they receive right here in Texas. The legacy of Fort Bliss is one of constant evolution. From protecting wagon routes to leading the future of missile defense, it continues to adapt to the changing nature of warfare. What remains unchanged is its mission, to train, equip, and deploy the finest soldiers in the world, backed by the strength of the Lone Star State. Before we dive deeper into this explosive story, please take a moment to hit that like button. It's a small action, but it significantly helps YouTube's algorithm promote our videos and get this crucial information out to a wider audience. Number 19. An airport as big as a city. Everything really is bigger in Texas, and Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport proves it the moment you land. Covering more than 27 square miles, DFW is larger in land area than the entire island of Manhattan. It's not just an airport, it's practically its own city. DFW has its own ZIP code, a dedicated post office, full-service police and fire departments, and even emergency medical teams on standby. With 5 terminals and more than 160 gates, navigating the airport often means hopping on the high-speed Skylink train just to make your next connection. But why was such a massive airport built here? The idea was born out of rivalry and vision. Back in the 1960s, Dallas and Fort Worth each had their own airports. But as air travel surged and airline demands grew, it became clear that competing wasn't sustainable. In a rare moment of unity, leaders from both cities came together and agreed to build a single world-class regional airport. The project was ambitious from the start. It would sit nearly exactly between Dallas and Fort Worth, symbolizing cooperation and shared growth. In 1969, construction officially began, and 5 years later, in 1974, DFW opened to the public. It was the first major U.S. airport built from the ground up in the jet age, with wide runways, room to expand, and a modular design that allowed for future terminals to be added easily. Since then, DFW has become one of the busiest airports on Earth, serving more than 70 million passengers every year. It connects travelers to over 250 destinations around the world, and consistently ranks in the top 5 globally for operations and traffic. It's also a powerhouse for the Texas economy, supporting over 60,000 on-site jobs and generating billions in economic impact each year. Major airlines, especially American Airlines, use DFW as a central hub, offering flights across the U.S. and to 6 continents. Inside, travelers can find everything from Texas-style barbecue to high-end boutiques. Local art is displayed throughout the terminals, and even short layovers can include a photo at the Dealey Plaza replica in Terminal C, perfect for sightseeing without leaving the airport. DFW isn't just functional, it reflects Texas pride. Texans believe in building big, building smart, and welcoming the world with open arms. And DFW, with its scale, innovation, and efficiency, embodies all of that. Our team needs your help. Subscribe to our channel to help more people learn the truth about current events. And now, we move on. Number 18. Cathedral of Junk. Tucked away in a quiet residential backyard in Austin is one of Texas's most bizarre and brilliant landmarks, the Cathedral of Junk. Built entirely from discarded items, this towering sculpture is a living example of Austin's famous motto, "Keep Austin Weird." The Cathedral of Junk began in 1988 as a personal project by local resident Vince Hanneman. He didn't set out to create a tourist attraction. He simply started stacking discarded items in his yard: old bikes, hubcaps, broken TVs, street signs, wires, toys, and anything else people didn't want. Over time, the pile grew into something more: a walkable, climbable, 3-story structure made from over 60 tons of junk. It has winding staircases, narrow passageways, and quiet spaces where sunlight filters through old glass bottles and twisted metal. Visitors can spend hours exploring the nooks and crannies, discovering strange and unexpected objects in every corner. Despite its chaotic look, the cathedral is held together with surprising strength. Steel, rebar, concrete, and years of creative engineering keep the whole structure safe and stable. Visitors describe it as a mix between a jungle gym, a sculpture garden, and an immersive art installation. The items used in the construction are just as interesting as the structure itself. You'll find vintage electronics, toy robots, plastic flamingos, kitchen sinks, mannequin parts, garden tools, and car parts, all carefully placed to form walls, arches, and hidden rooms. Some pieces date back decades, creating a nostalgic time capsule woven into the architecture. The cathedral isn't a museum or a business. It's a constantly evolving piece of backyard folk art. Over the years, locals and tourists have donated objects to be added, and the artist continues to modify and rebuild areas to keep it standing and growing. At one point, the city of Austin asked for engineering updates and permits to ensure it was safe for visitors. Texans responded with support. Volunteers and donations poured in to help bring it up to code. The community wanted to keep the cathedral alive, and it did. Today, the Cathedral of Junk is open by appointment and attracts visitors from around the world. It's a testament to what can be created with imagination, patience, and a strong sense of Texas independence. This structure isn't just about recycling or art, it's about vision. It turns the ordinary into something unforgettable, and it proves, once again, that Texans don't wait for permission to create something great, they just get to work. Would you visit a structure built from 60 tons of junk? Or maybe you've already been to the Cathedral of Junk yourself. Tell us in the comments, what's the strangest or most creative landmark you've ever seen? Number 17. Beer Can House. In a quiet neighborhood of Houston, you'll find one of Texas's most unusual attractions, the Beer Can House. It's exactly what it sounds like, a house covered in flattened beer cans, bottle caps, and pull tabs. But it's not just a roadside oddity. It's a symbol of creativity, Texas grit, and the power of doing things your own way. The Beer Can House began in the late 1960s when a man named John Milkovich, a retired upholsterer, started decorating his home. He didn't do it for fame or art. He just didn't want to mow the lawn anymore. What started with concrete blocks and marbles in the yard quickly grew into something bigger. Instead of throwing away his empty beer cans, Milkovich began cutting and flattening them. He used the pieces to cover the walls of his house, string them into garlands, and form wind chimes. Over time, he used more than 50,000 beer cans to transform every inch of his property, walls, fences, and even the mailbox. The structure isn't just a spectacle, it's a carefully crafted work of folk art. Each section reflects hours of effort, with cans arranged in patterns and strings of pull tabs creating shimmering curtains that jingle in the breeze. The house doesn't follow any formal rules of architecture or design. It follows passion, persistence, and Texan originality. Texans have always been known for doing things big and bold. The Beer Can House is a perfect example of that spirit. It's not about perfection, it's about personality. What began as one man's backyard project became a community treasure that draws thousands of curious visitors each year. Today, the Beer Can House is maintained by the Orange Show Center for Visionary Art, a Houston nonprofit that preserves unique creative landmarks. The house is open to the public on weekends, and visitors can walk through the yard and explore the inside. It's part museum, part-time capsule, and entirely one of a kind. Located in the Rice Military Neighborhood, it stands just minutes from Houston's modern skyline. Yet it feels like stepping into another world, one made of aluminum, imagination, and everyday Texas charm. The Beer Can House reminds us that art doesn't have to come from a gallery. Sometimes it comes from a six-pack, a good idea, and a stubborn belief that anything is possible if you just keep going. Now we're curious, what's the most unusual landmark you've ever seen? Would you visit the Beer Can House, or have you already been? Let us know in the comments, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Number 16. Fiesta San Antonio. Every April, the city of San Antonio bursts into a spectacular celebration known as Fiesta. It's one of the largest festivals in the United States, and unlike anything else you'll find in Texas or anywhere else. But Fiesta didn't start as a party. It began in 1891 as a solemn tribute. Local women organized a parade to honor the heroes of the Battle of the Alamo and the Battle of San Jacinto. They decorated carriages and tossed flower petals in remembrance. That small event, known as the Battle of Flowers Parade, became the foundation for what would become a citywide tradition. Over the decades, Fiesta grew in size and purpose. It now spans 11 days and includes over 100 official events. The festival honors Texas history, celebrates cultural diversity, and raises millions for local nonprofits, scholarships, and civic projects. The heart of Fiesta is still the Battle of Flowers Parade. It's the only major parade in the country that's completely organized and run by women volunteers. Schools and businesses close for the day, and over 300,000 spectators line the streets to watch elaborate floats and marching bands. Another major highlight is the Fiesta Flambeau Parade, held at night and known for its illuminated floats. It's the largest nighttime parade in the U.S., drawing crowds from across the country. There are also food festivals, art fairs, rodeos, concerts, and a royal court that includes a King Antonio, a queen of the Order of the Alamo, and even a self-proclaimed king of the people. One of the most popular events is NIOSA, a night in Old San Antonio. Held in La Vilita Historic Arts Village, it features over 200 food and drink booths, live music, and traditional dancing. It celebrates the city's many cultural influences, from Mexican and German to French and Western. Fiesta also features the unique tradition of cascarones, hollowed eggs filled with confetti. Cracking one over someone's head is meant to bring good luck. Vendors sell thousands of them every year, and they've become one of the festival's most iconic symbols. What makes Fiesta truly Texan is its scale and spirit. It brings together more than 2.5 million people each year and is supported by thousands of volunteers. Despite its size, it remains deeply local, driven by community pride and a passion for tradition. Texans don't just attend Fiesta, they build it, run it, and keep it alive year after year. The economic impact is massive too. Fiesta pumps hundreds of millions of dollars into the local economy. But more than that, it showcases what Texas does best, honoring its past while throwing one of the liveliest, most inclusive parties in the nation. Have you ever experienced Fiesta San Antonio, or do you have a favorite festival from your own state that brings people together like this one? Share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your story. Number 15. The Astrodome. In the heart of Houston sits a massive, silent structure that once made history. The Astrodome, once called the eighth wonder of the world, now stands empty, an engineering marvel frozen in time. The need for the Astrodome arose in the 1950s. Houston's leaders wanted to bring Major League Baseball to Texas, but the city's hot, humid climate made outdoor games almost unbearable in summer. Inspired by indoor arenas and fueled by Texas ambition, they decided to build the first fully enclosed dome stadium in the world. Construction began in 1962, and the Astrodome officially opened in 1965. It was revolutionary. The dome covered 9.5 acres, with air conditioning, luxury suites, and a massive scoreboard that could flash animations, a first for sports stadiums. It seated over 66,000 people and could host baseball, football, rodeos, concerts, and even boxing matches. The Houston Astros and Oilers both called it home, and it quickly became a symbol of modern Texas. The Astrodome showed that Texans could take on big ideas and turn them into reality. It wasn't just a stadium, it was a vision of the future. One of the quirkiest innovations was the use of artificial turf. When real grass died due to lack of sunlight under the dome, engineers installed synthetic grass, later branded as AstroTurf. This invention would go on to change sports worldwide. But as time passed, newer and more modern stadiums began to appear. By the late 1990s, both the Astros and the Oilers had moved to new venues. Maintenance costs soared, and the Astrodome fell into disuse. In 2008, the building was officially closed to the public due to safety code violations. Since then, it has sat empty, too iconic to demolish, too outdated to reuse without major investment. Today, the Astrodome still stands next to the modern NRG Stadium, a ghost of Houston's past. Its fate has sparked endless debate. Some want to preserve it as a museum or event space. Others argue for demolition. Over the years, several redevelopment plans have been proposed, including ideas for an indoor park or convention center, but none have moved forward. Despite being closed, the Astrodome remains on the National Register of Historic Places. It continues to inspire architects, engineers, and Texans who remember what it once represented. The Astrodome isn't just a stadium, it's a monument to vision, risk, and innovation. It reflects a time when Texas dared to build something the world had never seen. Even in abandonment, it commands respect. Do you think the Astrodome should be preserved, repurposed, or torn down? Have you ever seen it in person, or maybe even attended an event there? Share your thoughts in the comments, we'd love to hear your story. Number 14. Art Car Parade. Every year in Houston, one of the most vibrant and creative parades takes over the streets, the Art Car Parade. It's unlike any parade you've ever seen, showcasing vehicles transformed into rolling works of art. From painted cars to vehicles wrapped in beads, lights, and even sculptures, the Art Car Parade is a true testament to Houston's unrestrained creativity. The Art Car Parade began in 1988, when a group of local artists and car enthusiasts decided to take their art to the streets. The idea was to transform ordinary cars into unique pieces of art that would not only captivate but also engage the community. What started as a modest event quickly exploded in popularity, attracting thousands of participants and spectators each year. The parade was the brainchild of the Orange Show Center for Visionary Art, a Houston nonprofit dedicated to preserving unconventional and visionary art forms. The goal was to create a platform for the people of Houston to express their creativity, and it worked over the years. The parade has grown to feature over 250 art cars, with people from all walks of life getting involved. The vehicles in the parade are often transformed into everything from fantasy creatures to abstract sculptures. Some cars have intricate murals painted on their exteriors, while others have entire environments built around them. It's common to see cars covered in mirrors, decorated with LED lights, and even outfitted with moving parts or sound systems. For many, the event is a way to showcase their artistic talents and share their creations with a wider audience. The Art Car Parade isn't just for artists, it's for the entire Houston community. Many spectators participate by dressing up, decorating their own cars, or even becoming part of the parade itself. The event attracts not only local residents but also visitors from all over the world, drawn by the spectacle of creative expression and the open invitation to be part of something extraordinary. Texas is known for its larger-than-life attitude, and the Art Car Parade is no exception. It brings together elements of car culture, art, and local pride in a way that only a city like Houston can pull off. It's a celebration of individuality, a festival where everyone can appreciate and take part in a unique form of expression. Held each year in April, the Art Car Parade has become one of Houston's most anticipated events. It attracts thousands of spectators who line the streets to admire the imaginative cars, enjoy music and entertainment, and experience the incredible energy that fills the city during this event. It's more than just a parade, it's a celebration of what happens when art meets the road. From its humble beginnings to its position as one of the largest and most important art car events in the world, the Art Car Parade has shown the world that Houston is a city where creativity knows no bounds. It's a prime example of the Texas spirit, bold, innovative, and always ready to make a statement. Have you ever participated in or seen an art car parade? What's the most creative vehicle you've ever come across, whether in a parade or elsewhere? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Number 13. The Orange Show. In the southeast corner of Houston sits a truly unusual landmark, the Orange Show. It's not a theater, not a museum, and not quite a garden. Instead, it's an outdoor art installation built entirely by one man, using scrap materials and pure determination. The Orange Show began in the 1950s as a personal project by Jeff McKissack, a retired postal worker. He believed oranges were the secret to good health and long life. To celebrate that belief, he started building a space that would combine art, performance, and public education, all centered around the humble orange. Construction took over 2 decades. Using bricks, tiles, metal scraps, concrete, and salvage tools, McKissack slowly built a maze-like structure in his own yard. The site includes winding staircases, oddly shaped balconies, colorful mosaics, and hand-painted messages about nutrition and hard work. The result was a vibrant folk art environment covering over 3,000 square feet. It's filled with unexpected details. You'll see bicycle wheels welded into fences, bathtubs used as decoration, and clever uses of plumbing pipes, fans, and gears. Every corner is packed with personality. McKissack didn't use blueprints or hire contractors. He relied on instinct and the materials he could find or repurpose. The project was deeply personal, but he always intended it to be shared with the public. When the Orange Show opened to visitors in the 1970s, it gained attention for its uniqueness. But after McKissack's death in 1980, the future of the site was uncertain. Local artists and Houstonians rallied to preserve it. They formed the Orange Show Center for Visionary Art to protect the site and support other outsider artists across Texas. Thanks to their work, the Orange Show lives on. Today, it's not just a destination, it's the center of a growing creative movement. The same organization now manages the Houston Art Car Parade, the Beer Can House, and Smither Park, all of which celebrate art created outside traditional institutions. Visitors to the Orange Show can still walk through McKissac's original pathways, explore his handmade amphitheater, and admire the endless creative uses of discarded materials. It's a place where imagination comes first, and perfection is never the goal. Texans have always been proud of people who think differently, build boldly, and never give up. The Orange Show is a tribute to that spirit. It proves that with a little scrap metal, a lot of grit, and the freedom to dream, even a retired postal worker can leave behind a landmark that inspires generations. Would you visit the Orange Show? Let us know in the comments. Number 12. Eeyore's Birthday Party. Once a small college picnic, now a full-blown psychedelic festival, Eeyore's Birthday Party is one of the weirdest, most unforgettable events in Texas. It's held every April in Austin's Pease Park and attracts over 10,000 visitors in a single day. The festival began in 1963 as a lighthearted event for University of Texas students. They picked Eeyore, the gloomy donkey from Winnie the Pooh, as the party's guest of honor, giving students an excuse to blow off steam during finals. The character was created by author A. Milne in the 1920s and quickly became beloved for his dry wit, gentle nature, and underdog charm. Eeyore's quiet sadness made him oddly relatable, and his inclusion added a playful, ironic twist to the celebration. No one expected it to last, but over the decades, it evolved into something far bigger. Today, the event blends hippie culture, music festival vibes, and old-fashioned Austin weirdness. People arrive dressed in elaborate costumes, unicorns, wizards, jungle animals, neon butterflies. Drum circles beat non-stop under the shade of ancient trees, while clouds of bubble soap float overhead. The scent of incense, funnel cakes, and barbecue hangs in the air. There's no admission fee, and everything is run by volunteers. Local nonprofits set up booths to raise money, sell art, or offer face painting. One of the longest-running booths is the Maypole Dance, a tradition that dates back to the very first Eeyore event. Live music plays throughout the day on multiple stages. Local bands, fire dancers, and performance artists take turns entertaining crowds sprawled on picnic blankets. You'll see families with strollers right next to stilt walkers and costumed bikers. There's even a costume contest for dogs. And of course, the star of the show is Eeyore himself, usually a volunteer in a giant gray donkey costume posing for photos, surrounded by cheering fans. The party even has its own quirky mascot history. In 1974, someone showed up in a papier-mâché Eeyore head and became an unofficial icon of the event. Alcohol is allowed, but only in reusable containers. Plastic is banned to protect the park. Eco-consciousness is a big part of the festival's identity, with recycling stations and volunteers reminding guests to leave no trace. Texans, especially Austinites, take pride in the strange, inclusive, and community-driven spirit of this event. It's not run by corporations or ticket vendors. It's built entirely by locals who believe in having fun and giving back. Eeyore's birthday isn't just a festival. It's a reflection of Austin itself, creative, free-spirited, and proud to be different. Want to help us grow? Share our new video on X. Every share counts. Every. And now it's time to find out the correct answer to the quiz. Which world-famous cocktail was invented in Texas? A. Mojito. B. Margarita. C. Cosmopolitan. D. Piña Colada. The correct answer is B. Margarita. Number 11. The Margarita. Few cocktails are as iconic or as refreshing as the Margarita. With its crisp blend of tequila, lime juice, and orange liqueur, it's become a go-to drink in bars and backyards across America. What many people don't realize is that this globally loved cocktail was born right here in Texas. The origin story points to the 1940s in Galveston, where a bartender created a custom drink for a customer looking for something light and citrusy. Other versions claim it started in Dallas or El Paso. No matter which version you believe, one thing's clear: the margarita is pure Texas in flavor and personality. By the 1950s, it had already spread beyond Texas, and in 1971, a Dallas restaurateur invented the frozen margarita machine using a modified soft-serve ice cream maker. That moment turned the drink from popular to legendary, launching a wave of Tex-Mex restaurant culture across the country. Today, margaritas are served just about everywhere. You can find them on the rocks, frozen, spicy, or sweet, flavored with mango, strawberry, jalapeno, and even prickly pear. But no matter how it's mixed, the margarita remains a symbol of celebration, warmth, and Texan charm. The drink has also cemented its place in pop culture. In the hit TV show Friends, there's a memorable episode where Ross accidentally drinks too many margaritas and becomes unusually relaxed, giving audiences one of the show's most quoted scenes. It's a fun reminder of how deeply this cocktail is tied to the idea of letting loose and having a good time. Texans take great pride in perfecting the margarita. Across the state, bartenders continue to experiment with regional twists, premium tequilas, and fresh ingredients. Margarita festivals are now held in Austin, San Antonio, and Houston, drawing thousands of fans who come to taste, cheer, and celebrate this Texas-born favorite. More than just a drink, the margarita has become part of the Tex-Mex identity. It represents friendship, flavor, and freedom. Whether you're toasting at a backyard barbecue or relaxing by the beach, it's always the right time for a margarita. So next time you raise your glass, remember, you're sipping on a true Texas original. A cocktail crafted with bold flavor, a little creativity, and a lot of heart. How do you prefer your margarita, frozen or on the rocks?
Number 10. El Paso Star. High above the city of El Paso, Texas, a bright light shines every evening, casting a warm and steady glow over the desert landscape. This is the El Paso Star, a beloved symbol of hope, community, and resilience that has watched over generations. Texans, known for their humanity and pride, created this shining beacon not just for themselves, but for anyone needing a reminder that light can always be found even in the darkest times. The story of the El Paso Star began in 1940. Originally built by the El Paso Electric Company, the star was intended as a holiday decoration for the Christmas season. It stood proudly on the southern slope of the Franklin Mountains, visible for miles across Texas, New Mexico, and even into Mexico. Measuring over 450 feet tall and 278 feet wide, the star quickly became a year-round fixture because the people of El Paso simply could not bear to see it taken down. It captured their hearts too deeply. Over the years, the El Paso Star grew into much more than a festive decoration. It became a powerful symbol of unity and hope, lighting up the night to bring comfort and pride to the people below. Texans cherish their traditions, but they are equally passionate about helping others and standing strong through hardships, and the El Paso Star came to embody that spirit. One of the most touching moments in the star's history came during the Iran hostage crisis in 1979. After American citizens were taken hostage at the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, El Paso chose to keep the star lit continuously for the entire 444 days of the crisis. Night after night, the star glowed as a silent message of solidarity, hope, and unwavering support for the hostages and their families. It was a moving act of compassion, one that showed the true heart of Texas to the world. Even today, the El Paso Star continues to shine brightly every night, visible to residents and travelers alike. It serves as a reminder that no matter what challenges come, there will always be light, there will always be community, and there will always be hope. Texans understand better than most that a strong community is built not only through hard work and pride, but also through acts of kindness, faith, and perseverance. The star is lovingly maintained by the city and by local volunteers who recognize its importance. Modern updates like energy-efficient LED bulbs have kept it shining even stronger into the 21st century. Whenever special moments happen, whether it's to honor veterans, celebrate holidays, or mark important events, the star sometimes shines in different colors, bringing even more meaning to its nightly glow. Looking up at the El Paso Star, you can feel a connection to the generations who came before, to the community that exists now, and to the future that still lies ahead. It's not just a symbol for El Paso, it's a light for all Texans and for anyone who believes in the strength of humanity. Have you ever seen a landmark that filled you with pride or hope? Share your stories and thoughts in the comments below. We would love to hear from you. Number 9. Streetcars ride again. In the lively heart of El Paso, Texas, the past and the present beautifully collide. After nearly 4 decades of silence, vintage streetcars have returned, charming both residents and visitors alike. Back in 2018, El Paso proudly reintroduced 6 fully refurbished streetcars from the 1950s, honoring the city's rich heritage. Painted in nostalgic green and yellow colors, these elegant streetcars now cruise smoothly through downtown streets. The streetcars aren't merely transportation, they're a moving piece of history. Riders can journey comfortably from the bustling city center up to the vibrant university area, soaking in the sights along the way. Each trip feels like stepping back into a simpler, more relaxed era, enhanced by the delightful clang of the vintage bell. Texans are known for their strong connection to history, and El Paso's streetcars embody that proud tradition perfectly. Local residents view the revival of these streetcars as a testament to the city's dedication to preserving its unique cultural identity. It's also a wonderful example of Texas creativity, combining historical charm with modern convenience. The city carefully refurbished the streetcars to include contemporary amenities like air conditioning, accessibility features, and modern safety standards. This thoughtful approach ensures that everyone can comfortably enjoy this delightful journey into the past. It reflects the Texan spirit of welcoming everyone and ensuring no one is left behind. Since their revival, these vintage streetcars have become one of El Paso's most beloved attractions, drawing praise from both locals and tourists. Many visitors have shared heartwarming stories, recalling memories of riding similar streetcars in their youth. Media outlets frequently celebrate this project as a model of urban revitalization, blending nostalgia with modern city life. The return of the streetcars is more than a nod to the past. It's a symbol of community pride, unity, and the Texan ability to reimagine old treasures. Riding these streetcars is a delightful experience that connects generations, sharing history while creating new memories. Our team needs your help. Subscribe to our channel to help more people learn the truth about current events. And now, we move on. Number 8. Morgan's Wonderland. Morgan's Wonderland is not your typical amusement park. Located in sunny San Antonio, Texas, this unique park has made headlines worldwide for its incredible mission. Opened in 2010, Morgan's Wonderland is the world's first ultra-accessible theme park, thoughtfully designed to welcome guests of all abilities. Since its opening, nearly 4 million guests from all 50 US states and over 120 countries have visited this remarkable destination. The inspiring story behind Morgan's Wonderland began with Gordon Hartman, a compassionate Texan and devoted father. Hartman envisioned a place where his daughter Morgan, who has special needs, and others could freely enjoy play and recreation. Texans wholeheartedly embraced this vision, showcasing their renowned humanity and kindness through ongoing volunteer efforts and generous support. At Morgan's Wonderland, barriers simply don't exist. Spanning 25 acres, the park offers more than 25 fully accessible attractions. Guests can enjoy the Whirling Wonder, a vibrant Ferris wheel equipped with wheelchair-accessible gondolas, providing breathtaking views of the park. Adventure seekers can experience Rocket Sky Flight Adventure, an innovative 4-seater zip line that soars 130 feet above the park's picturesque lake. For those who prefer gentler thrills, the Wonderland Express, a charming 1930s-style accessible train, takes visitors on a delightful journey around the grounds. The park further enhanced its commitment to accessibility in 2017 by adding Morgan's Inspiration Island, the world's first fully accessible water park. Here, waterproof wheelchairs, temperature-controlled splash pads, and riverboat adventures ensure that all visitors can enjoy water fun equally. Morgan's Wonderland has continued to grow with Morgan's Wonderland Sports, providing accessible sports facilities, and Morgan's MAC, offering vital medical and community services. Morgan's Wonderland stands as a shining example of Texas-sized compassion and innovation. Its pioneering dedication to inclusivity earned it prestigious recognition, including induction into the IAPA Hall of Fame in 2024. The park continues to prove that fun and adventure should have no limits, creating cherished memories for thousands of families each year. Before we dive deeper into this explosive story, please take a moment to hit that like button. It's a small action, but it helps YouTube's algorithm promote our videos to a wider audience. Number 7. Houston Botanic Garden. In a busy, fast-growing place like Houston, Texas, people know just how important it is to stay connected to nature. Texans, with their deep love for the land, understand that cities must still have places of beauty, peace, and wonder. That's why the Houston Botanic Garden is such a remarkable gift to the community. It shows how much Texans care about preserving nature even as their cities grow and thrive. Opened in September 2020, the Houston Botanic Garden is one of the city's newest treasures. Built on the site of a former golf course near the Sims Bayou, the garden has quickly become a sanctuary where people can slow down, breathe deeply, and reconnect with the natural world. It's a beautiful reminder that even in one of America's largest cities, there is always room for green spaces filled with life. The garden was thoughtfully designed by the landscape architecture firm West 8, an internationally acclaimed group known for blending natural beauty with artistic vision. Together with local partners and volunteers, they turned 132 acres into a living museum of plants from around the world. Every trail, every garden bed, and every shady grove reflects a commitment to both beauty and education. Today, the Houston Botanic Garden showcases more than 350 different species of plants. These plants are arranged thoughtfully into themed areas, such as the Global Collection Garden, the Culinary Garden, and the Coastal Prairie. Visitors can wander from lush tropical greenery to colorful desert blooms, experiencing the incredible diversity of nature without ever leaving Houston. One of the garden's most special areas is the Global Collection Garden, where visitors find exotic plants from Africa, Asia, and the Americas thriving side by side. In the Culinary Garden, herbs, fruits, and edible plants demonstrate the deep connection between people and the plants we depend on. Native Texas species are also celebrated, showing how local flora can be just as dazzling and important as plants from faraway lands. There are even rare and endangered species growing here, carefully protected and displayed for visitors to admire. The garden plays a vital role in educating the public about conservation, helping future generations appreciate the fragile beauty of our planet. Beyond the plants themselves, the Houston Botanic Garden is designed to engage the heart as well as the mind. Shaded pathways encourage long, peaceful walks. Open lawns invite picnics and family gatherings. Bridges span quiet streams, creating postcard-perfect views at every turn. Art installations and educational displays add an extra layer of meaning to the visitor experience, reminding everyone that nature and creativity go hand in hand. Texans can be proud of what they have built here. The Houston Botanic Garden is not just a park, it is a living, breathing expression of care, community, and hope for the future. It's a place where families can make memories, where students can learn, and where everyone can find a moment of peace in a busy world. Have you ever visited a botanical garden that left you feeling inspired? What kinds of plants or garden experiences bring you the most joy? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments. We'd love to hear about the green spaces that have touched your life. Number 6. Clyde Warren Park. In the heart of Dallas, Texas, a remarkable transformation has taken place. Clyde Warren Park, a 5.2-acre urban green space, now gracefully spans the Woodall-Rogers Freeway, reconnecting the city's downtown and uptown neighborhoods. This innovative park, opened in 2012, stands as a testament to Texan ingenuity and the community's commitment to creating inclusive public spaces. The park is named after Clyde Warren, the young son of Kelsey Warren, a Texas energy executive who donated $10 million to the project. Kelsey Warren's generous contribution not only provided significant funding, but also symbolized a father's dedication to enriching the community for future generations. His philanthropic gesture reflects the deep-rooted Texan values of family, generosity, and civic pride. Designed by the renowned landscape architecture firm The Office of James Burnett, Clyde Warren Park features a harmonious blend of natural beauty and urban functionality. The park offers a variety of amenities, including a children's playground, dog park, performance pavilion, and a restaurant. Its thoughtfully planned spaces cater to diverse interests, fostering a sense of community and belonging among visitors. The construction of the park was a collaborative effort involving both public and private entities. Funding came from city bonds, state and federal highway funds, and private donations, showcasing the power of collective action in achieving a common goal. This partnership exemplifies the Texan spirit of cooperation and determination to overcome challenges for the greater good. Since its inception, Clyde Warren Park has become a vibrant hub for cultural events, fitness classes, and social gatherings. It hosts over 1,300 free programs annually, attracting more than 1 million visitors each year. The park's success has not only enhanced the quality of life in Dallas, but also inspired similar projects in other cities, highlighting Texas's leadership in innovative urban development. Beyond its physical attributes, Clyde Warren Park embodies the warmth and hospitality that Texans are known for. It serves as a welcoming space where people from all walks of life can come together, share experiences, and build lasting connections. The park's inclusive atmosphere reflects the state's commitment to fostering unity and compassion within its communities. As we reflect on the impact of Clyde Warren Park, we invite you to share your thoughts. What role do you believe public parks play in enhancing community well-being and connectivity? Have you experienced a similar transformation in your city? Share your insights and stories in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Number 5. El Paso Chihuahuas. Ever heard of a Chihuahua that thinks it's a lion? In El Paso, Texas, there's a whole baseball team like that, the El Paso Chihuahuas. Founded in 2014, this spirited AAA affiliate of the San Diego Padres quickly captured the hearts of locals. When the team's unusual name was first announced, El Paso residents were both amused and intrigued. Texans, always proud of their heritage, soon embraced the Chihuahua as a symbol of boldness, tenacity, and determination, qualities deeply valued in the Lone Star State. It didn't take long for this small dog to show it had a big bite. Just 2 years after their debut, in 2016, the Chihuahuas clinched the prestigious Pacific Coast League Championship. They defeated the Oklahoma City Dodgers in an exciting playoff series, earning the respect of fans and rivals alike. Success didn't end there. Under the leadership of manager Rod Barajas, the team secured 3 consecutive division titles from 2016 through 2018, demonstrating consistent excellence and resilience. Over the years, El Paso has been a crucial stepping stone for major league talent. One notable player was Cody Decker, a powerful slugger who became the Padres' minor league home run leader while playing for the Chihuahuas. Decker's charisma and energetic style turned him into a local favorite, and he went on to leave a memorable legacy. Another exciting highlight was in 2023, when superstar Fernando Tatis Jr. played briefly with the team during a rehab assignment. Tatis thrilled local fans by hitting 3 home runs in a single game, a vivid reminder of the elite talent gracing Southwest University Park. Today, the Chihuahuas are managed by Pete Zamora, who took over in 2024 and continues fostering young talent and community spirit. The games are famous for their vibrant, family-friendly atmosphere, enhanced by the antics of the team's beloved mascot, Chico. Chico frequently entertains crowds with his lively performances and has even earned awards for community engagement. Texans often praise the Chihuahuas for reviving local pride, boosting community morale, and enhancing El Paso's economic vitality. Southwest University Park, their state-of-the-art home stadium, is a buzzing gathering spot, regularly filled with enthusiastic fans eager to support their team. Want to help us grow? Share our new video on X. Every share counts. Number 4. Austin's Central Library. In the vibrant city of Austin, Texas, where creativity and innovation thrive, there stands a library unlike any other. The Austin Central Library, which opened its doors in 2017, has quickly become a shining example of what a modern public space can be. Designed by the Texas-based architecture firm Lake Flato in collaboration with Shepley Bulfinch, the library is not only a place for books, but a community landmark that captures the spirit of Austin itself. Built along the banks of Shoal Creek, just steps from Lady Bird Lake, the Central Library redefines what a library can mean for a city. Its 6 floors are filled with natural light, inviting spaces, and more than 500,000 books. It also offers technology labs, art galleries, a rooftop garden, a cafe, and event spaces, all wrapped inside a striking modern design that feels both grand and welcoming. One of the library's most beloved features is its soaring atrium, where sunlight pours through massive glass walls. A grand staircase winds upward like a piece of sculpture, encouraging visitors to explore each level. On the rooftop, lush gardens provide a peaceful retreat with stunning views of downtown Austin. The building even includes a technology petting zoo, where visitors can try out the latest gadgets, reflecting Austin's role as a center for innovation. More than just a beautiful structure, Austin's Central Library was designed to be environmentally friendly and energy efficient. It achieved LEED Platinum certification, the highest rating for green buildings. Solar panels, rainwater collection systems, and native landscaping help the library operate sustainably, proving that Texans lead the way not just in culture and hospitality, but also in caring for the environment. Since its opening, the Central Library has earned widespread acclaim. It was named one of the world's greatest places by Time magazine and was celebrated by architecture critics for its forward-thinking design. But the true success of the library is seen every day in the smiles of visitors, families reading together, students studying in cozy nooks, and community members gathering for free programs and cultural events. Austin's Central Library reflects the very best of Texas, a commitment to education, innovation, and inclusivity. It is a space where everyone feels welcome, regardless of age, background, or interests. Texans built this library not just to house books, but to nurture dreams, spark creativity, and strengthen the bonds of community. It stands as a proud reminder of what can be achieved when a city comes together to invest in the future. Have you visited a library that left a lasting impression on you? What do you think makes a public space truly special and meaningful? We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Share your story with us. Number 3. San Antonio Missions. In the heart of Texas, San Antonio stands as a proud guardian of history and culture. Nowhere is this spirit more alive than at the San Antonio Missions. These centuries-old mission complexes, built in the early 1700s by Spanish settlers, are a powerful reminder of Texas's deep ties to Spain. In 2015, the missions achieved a remarkable honor by being collectively named a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the first designation of its kind in Texas. Today, visitors from all over the world walk through these beautifully preserved sites. Each mission, Mission Concepcion, Mission San Jose, Mission San Juan, Mission Espada, and of course the Alamo, tells a story of courage, endurance, and faith. Their thick limestone walls, hand-painted frescoes, and graceful bell towers transport guests back to a time when Texas was a frontier of Spanish dreams and ambitions. The missions were much more than churches. They were thriving communities where Spanish priests, indigenous peoples, and settlers lived, worked, and built a new society together. They introduced farming techniques, new architecture, and European traditions to the region. The very roots of modern San Antonio were planted in these mission grounds, shaping the city into the vibrant cultural crossroads it remains today. Even now, San Antonio proudly honors its Spanish heritage. Festivals such as Fiesta San Antonio celebrate the blending of Spanish, Mexican, and Texan traditions, filling the streets with music, colorful parades, and joyful gatherings. Historic churches still hold services in the missions, maintaining an unbroken line of worship stretching back nearly 3 centuries. Spanish-style architecture, language, and customs continue to be cherished as part of everyday life in the city. The people of San Antonio, like Texans everywhere, have a deep respect for history and a passion for keeping it alive. Thanks to the dedication of local communities and volunteers, the missions have been carefully preserved, not as static museums, but as living symbols of faith, perseverance, and community. Their UNESCO status did not just place them on a global map. It recognized the heart and humanity of generations of Texans who saw value in protecting their shared heritage. Walking through the missions today, You can hear the echoes of the past in the stone corridors and shady courtyards. You can see children laughing under ancient oak trees and families lighting candles in chapels built centuries ago. It's a place where history is not distant, it's present, breathing, and part of everyday life. This connection between past and present is part of what makes Texas, and especially San Antonio, so extraordinary. Have you ever visited one of the San Antonio missions or a historic site that left a lasting impression on you? What do you think makes preserving these places so important for future generations? Share your stories and opinions in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Number 2. Temple for Light. In Texas, a land where faith and a deep sense of spirit have always been part of everyday life, it feels only natural that art and spirituality would come together under one roof. In Austin, that meeting place is Ellsworth Kelly's Temple for Light, a breathtaking structure that blends creativity, reflection, and wonder into one timeless experience. Ellsworth Kelly, a celebrated American artist known for his mastery of color and form, dreamed for decades of creating a space that was more than just a work of art. He wanted to build a temple, not for any specific religion, but for light, beauty, and contemplation. In his final years, he worked closely with the Blanton Museum of Art and the University of Texas to make that dream a reality. His vision was simple yet profound, to create a place where people of all backgrounds could experience joy, peace, and awe. Opened in 2018, just a few years after Kelly's passing, the Temple for Light, officially titled Austin, stands proudly on the grounds of the Blanton Museum. It is the only building ever fully designed by Kelly, and it reflects his lifelong belief that art could be a spiritual experience without the need for words or doctrine. Texans embraced the project wholeheartedly, showing once again their openness to bold ideas that uplift the human spirit. The building itself is a masterpiece of quiet power. Shaped like a simple Romanesque chapel, it is made of white limestone that gleams under the Texas sun. Inside, visitors find a serene, light-filled sanctuary. Brilliantly colored glass windows designed by Kelly himself cast vibrant patterns across the stone walls. As the sun moves through the sky, the colors shift and dance, creating a living artwork that changes with each hour and season. The Temple for Light invites visitors to slow down, to look, and to simply be present. There are no altars, no pulpits, no instructions, only the natural beauty of light, color, and silence. It is a place for meditation, inspiration, and a quiet connection to something greater than oneself. Texans, known for their deep sense of tradition and hospitality, have welcomed this extraordinary space as a part of their cultural landscape, seeing in it a reflection of their own love for freedom, faith, and beauty. Ellsworth Kelly's final gift to the world is more than a building, it is a reminder that light itself can be sacred. By creating this temple, he offered a place where anyone, regardless of belief or background, could come to feel uplifted and renewed. It is a perfect fit for Austin, a city where creativity, community, and a pioneering spirit are always celebrated. Have you ever visited a place where art and spirituality came together in a way that moved you? What spaces have left a lasting impression on your heart? Share your thoughts and memories in the comments below. We'd love to hear your story. Number 1. Plaza Theater. In Texas, where tradition and pride go hand in hand, there are few places that capture the soul of a community like a historic theater. In the heart of downtown El Paso stands one of the most treasured gems of them all, the Plaza Theater. With its rich history, breathtaking architecture, and timeless charm, the Plaza is a living reminder of how Texans honor their past while bringing people together for unforgettable moments. The Plaza Theater was built in 1930 during the height of the Great Depression, a time when the world needed beauty and hope more than ever. It was created as a grand movie palace and a live performance venue designed to bring a sense of magic and wonder to everyday life. Inspired by Spanish colonial revival style, the plaza was meant to transport visitors to a world of elegance and escape. From its hand-painted ceilings to its twinkling starry sky overhead, every detail inside the plaza celebrates the craftsmanship and hospitality Texans are known for. Today, the Plaza Theater has been lovingly restored to its original glory, thanks to the determination and spirit of the El Paso community. Texans saw the value in preserving not just a building, but a place where generations could gather, dream, and celebrate life together. After an extensive restoration completed in 2006, the plaza now hosts a wide array of events year-round, including Broadway shows, concerts, classic film festivals, and community celebrations. The Plaza Theater is not just beautiful, it is alive with energy. Major stars have graced its stage over the years, including legendary performers like Tony Bennett, Liza Minnelli, and Joan Rivers. It continues to welcome world-class acts today, from symphony performances to touring musicals, adding a touch of glamour to every evening. One of the theater's most popular events is the Plaza Classic Film Festival, the largest classic film festival in the world, where fans come together to relive the golden days of Hollywood on the big screen. Visitors often remark on the special magic they feel the moment they step through the ornate doors. Some even say that magic may not all be earthly. Many locals believe that the Plaza Theater is home to a friendly ghost. According to legend, a spirit affectionately known as the Lady in White is sometimes seen wandering the balconies or heard in the quiet moments after shows. Whether or not you believe in ghosts, the plaza certainly feels like a place where the past still whispers to the present. Walking through the plaza today, you can almost hear the echoes of old songs, the laughter of generations, and the applause of countless audiences. It's more than just a venue, it's a Texas treasure that reminds everyone how important it is to keep beauty, art, and community alive. Thank you for exploring the hidden corners of Texas with us. Click on the video you see on the screen to check out other hidden discoveries on our channel.